Okay, we're ready to slap the first coat on the walls here. I'll explain some of the equipment you're going to need to start painting. For cutting in, I use a 2-gallon bucket with a 4-inch roller with the 3/8 inch nap. Okay, that would look like this dry, of course. And I use the grate here for getting the excess paint off the 4-inch roller. And I use a 3-inch brush. Now I would recommend that you get a decent brush. Don't cheap out on the brush because that's going to make your life a lot easier if you have a good brush. I have a Wooster Pro with Chinex bristles. It does a really good job. It's the brushes I've been able to try from what we have around here, this has been the best. So you're going to need your cut bucket. Jimmy out of the cut bucket. If you're not comfortable carrying that big rig around because you're not real familiar with painting at all at this time, you can use a bucket like this, a smaller cut bucket. You can pick these up at like Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot, any of your home improvement stores. This here, it's a little bit easier to carry around with you. Neat thing about this is it has a little magnet on there, so you can just stick the ferrule of your brush on there and it'll hold your brush. So that's pretty cool. We use it just to put our wet paint sticks in and then to hold the brushes sometimes when we're not using them. But yeah, these, if you're not comfortable with the 2-gallon rig, go ahead and do this. But I'll show you why I use a 2-gallon here in a minute. It's the procedure I use, and I found this from the Idaho Painter. It works really well. So I'll show you that in a minute after I go over the equipment. You're also going to want your pan, your rolling pan. We get the bigger pans, it holds more paint. This way you're not running back and forth getting paint all the time and stuff. You can get smaller pans in this though, but yeah, we like the bigger pans. You need your 9-inch roller cage. We have the Purdy, we get pretty decent ones because the cheapos, this is weak, the frame here. And it'll flex on you and can cause you to have lines in your paint on the wall and stuff. So yeah, get a decent 9-inch roller cage, and you're gonna want an extension pole. Extension poles just make your life a lot easier. We're using a shorter one in here because we have a lot of furniture in the middle of the room. We moved everything out of the room we could, which I would recommend, but there's, of course, being a living room and people living here, we still have some furniture in here, so we had to cover it up. But yeah, we're using a smaller extension pole. You can get bigger. This is extends to like 3 foot, but you can get 4 foot that extends to 8 foot, or you can even go bigger than that if you wanted to. Okay, I'm going to get started here. Like I said, for smooth drywall, you want to use a 3/8 inch nap for your rollers. If you had like a texture or something of that nature, you would want to use a thicker nap, like maybe a 1/2 inch or even bigger, depending on your texture. Okay, so we're going to get started. I start high and then I work my way down low. So I'm going to start up at the ceiling, and it takes a little bit to get your brush and your roller saturated at first, get them full of paint. So yeah, I just dip it a few times, pat it on the side of my bucket. Don't wipe your brush because you just wipe all the paint off then. So what you want to do is just tap it on the side of your bucket. And then when I come up to the ceiling, I come about 1 inch down and I start, and then I work my way up and just run right along the top of the ceiling there. Now we're a little bit rough up on this ceiling here. Not much you can do on a repaint. Just do your best. You can bring it back across to get what you didn't get through on the first run. And And then I'm just going to fan it out to here, to this end. Work my bristles up. Take it right out to the end like that. Then smooth it out. Okay. Like I said, it takes a little while to get your brush saturated with paint. So hang in there at first. Okay, to get up in this corner here now, I'm going to take some of that excess off of there. Then I'm just going to work it up in the tip of my brush up into the corner, and I'm going to pull across. Just like that, and then I'm going to come down. Okay. Just like that there. Now I'm going to start out for my other wall here. Okay, work my brush up into that corner, run it across, just like that, and then down. Now when you're cutting in on your first coat, it's not as crucial that your rolling man come in right behind you. Your coat can dry a little bit, that's all right. It's not real crucial on the first coat, so yeah, just go ahead and cut it in. Now on your second coat, you want to roll with your 9-inch roller. You want to roll this all in before it dries. That will prevent haloing and things of that nature. But on your first coat, it's not that crucial. But just, yeah, just cut in, you know, run it down. Now what I do, what I was talking about with the roller, is I'll then take my roller and I'm going to follow my cut in then. And I'm going to cut in with the roller also. And this just helps to prevent haloing, and it makes your cut in a bit thicker. Get up as close to the ceiling as you can. Take it to the edge. Go this way here. Okay, take your edge off of there. I'm going to run down this way. Okay, then I got the high stuff done, so I'm going to move down lower. Okay, and now we're coming down low, so you gotta work into your corner down here. Take a lot of your paint off. Get the corner of your brush right down in the corner there. Pull it across. Then pull it up. Okay, do the same on the other side. Work down into the corner with the tip of your brush. And pull it across. Now that's the thing, when you're down here, if you've taped your base, it's okay, you can get a little bit down there. Taping the base, like I said in my preparation video, also prevents splattering off the roller. Whenever you're rolling the wall, it'll keep that spatter from the roller off of your base. So you just want to make sure you tape that base regardless. Even if you're a good cut-in person, I'd still tape that base. But yeah, just run right along your tape there. Kind of just like you did at the ceiling when you're running along the ceiling. Run that in. Bring that down, and I'm only coming over to the edge of this wall for now. So we're just going to paint to there. Okay, then we're going to get our 4-inch roller again. Get it nice and saturated. Okay, now when I first start rolling, I don't go straight down into the edge yet. I get a lot of that off, even it up on the roller. Then I'll work my way down. Work my way down then. It's another good reason to tape. You can go nice and low at this point. I'm going to go up the wall here. This way. Smooth out that edge. Okay, I'm going to work my way up now. Roll up into the upper cut in. Try to get it as close as you can to the corner with your roller without touching it. And then we're going to go up the other side. Okay, I just wanted to go over one more thing with you over brushes. I use a stiff brush, especially with thick paint. I find they cut in a straighter line than like the medium stiff brushes, the XLs, the Purdy XLs and whatnot. I like this, the Wooster with the Chinex bristles. This is also an exterior brush, but it really cuts a nice straight line. Another thing when you're doing your ceiling cut-ins, a lot of times with these textured ceilings, it's almost like a little groove in the ceiling along the wall there. So you can just kind of run your brush along. I don't know if you can see from the camera, but previous painter got a little crazy running along there. But you know, yeah, it's, you know, it makes it easier on you. Just run your brush right along there.